Good afternoon, Mom Annette coming at you from Fit Doesn't Mean Skinny. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to make some pizza rounds today. It's not low calorie, but it's high in protein. And it's something that when you come home and you don't want to call the pizza guy, you want him to stay home with his family, that you can make in less than 30 minutes from oven to beginning. Prep time maybe about 10 minutes depending on what you want to put on your pizza. I've got one kid that's a vegan. I've got other ones that are meat eaters. One doesn't like vegetables, so I'm always trying to find something so that everybody can eat. So I'm going to show you how I make pizza rounds. So this is non-rounds, I'm sorry, that I picked up at the store. And I don't grease the cookie sheet. I just put them on. And this particular pan only is going to hold 6 of them. I could probably put 8 in there if I just crunched them together, which, you know what, I'm going to do that. I'm actually going to bring the camera down so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. This is a really quick and easy meal if you've worked all day and you're tired. Kids want something and you want to feed them something wholesome and good. I'm going to put a tablespoon of pizza sauce on each one and just spread it out. And it usually takes about maybe 10 minutes, 12 minutes at the most. My oven is preset for 400 degrees so that the pizza can be crunchy, the crust. Because I'm kind of weird, I like crunchy crust. And you can use whatever pizza sauce you want. I have tried it with spaghetti sauce. It tasted pretty good. I mean, it wasn't my favorite. I prefer the pizza sauce. It has something in it that just makes it taste so much better. So we got sauce on all the rounds. And these are going to be for the kids that do like meat. So I'm going to put some pepperonis on there. Put some pepperonis on there for the meat-eating kids. And this one is mainly for my son because he doesn't care for vegetables. I usually sneak some onions underneath the bottom here, but it's not his favorite. And you will find that this is very important if you have a family member that's gluten-free. You can get whatever kind of rounds you want. And they do have gluten-free ones. Or you can get gluten-free pizza crust. And usually with the pizza dough, I just roll it out in the pan. I don't even use a cookie sheet or anything. For that, I just roll it out in the pan and then just add whatever I'm adding. My oven should be beeping in just a minute. Like I said, this, okay. So he eats mushrooms, so I usually slide mushrooms on there. I can get away with that. And these are portobellas. So they have a nice amount of protein. They taste really good. You know, I don't ever buy the white button mushrooms because I like my mushrooms to taste, have some taste in them. So these taste really, really good. And that's pretty much it for him. Okay. I cut some onions really, really thin. So I can usually get away with tricking him on that. And today's show is brought to you in remembrance of my friend Stephanie, who passed away last year. She was diabetic, and actually we both, she, myself, and our other friend Louise, were all diagnosed with diabetes at the same time. And if you listen to my introduction, then you know I went and had surgery so that I could get off all the medications. And you know, I talked to them because, I mean, we were all diagnosed within a week apart. And we were on the phone telling each other, hey, I just got diagnosed, and we were talking about it. And Stephanie lost a few limbs. And I wish I had started this channel sooner so that maybe she could have, you know, people really don't know what to eat when they have diabetes, and the doctors don't really tell you. So this show is going to have a lot of recipes if you have high blood pressure, if you have diabetes, to help you and figure out what to eat. Because as you know, I'm a nutrition coach also, so I talk a lot about this. So really easy. It doesn't matter if the cheese falls on the pan. It'll come right off. This is one of those non-stick pans. It'll come right off. And that's pretty much it. Mozzarella, pepperoni. Now the oven hasn't gone off yet, so I'm just going to stick this to the side. Grab another pan. And this is going to be, okay, so the bread has two sides. They have a flat side and they have a raised side. I put the raised sides up because this I want to get crispy, the flat side. And this one I'm going to crowd a little bit more because these kids actually like vegetables. There's the oven. Let me put pizzas in. This is a great way to get your family in the kitchen with you. You know, the kids can put whatever they want on their pizza and enjoy it. So if you got a picky kid or picky eater, this is going to be absolutely fantastic for them, because they can put whatever they want on there. Now this is slime. Put the pepperoni on there, and you can put as much or as little as you want on there. Pepperoni is about the only processed meat I'll eat, except for bacon. Everybody eats bacon. You know, I've never found a bacon that I didn't like. So I usually stay away from processed foods and highly processed meats. But pepperoni, you know, you just can't really live without it. On this one, I'm going to put a little bit of bacon on this one. And yes, I know what you're thinking, a heart attack on a piece of pizza, but you're eating it anyway. You're just calling it Domino's and Little Caesars. Okay. And each round is about 250 calories, because I'm not lading it with pepperoni. All right, I'm going to put a little onions here. Like I said, these are the kids that they don't mind vegetables. And I'm just going to show you, I got a little piece of onion still here that I haven't cut up. And I'm going to cut up some red peppers. Put these on the bottom because I like my vegetables to still have a little bit of crispiness in them when you eat them. And by putting these on the bottom, they'll have a little bit of crispiness still. But cheese will be melted on top of them. All right. So that's that. And these are the kids that actually like vegetables. So I'm going to chop up some spinach. And this is a great finger food if you're having a party. You can cut them up into little triangles and people can eat and talk at the same time and they don't have to worry about having a plate. Just a little spinach on there. Now normally when I use spinach, I prefer Parmesan cheese over the mozzarella. The saltiness is just perfect with the spinach. Need a little bit more. I have a cat that's, he thinks chickens comes out of the oven, so when the oven's on, he likes to stand there next to it and cry at it. So he's outside on the lanai until I get finished cooking. My sister fed him once out of the oven a piece of chicken. So now he thinks chickens live inside of the stove. And I keep telling him they don't, but he doesn't believe me. So put a little more spinach on there. And then I'm going to make the vegan ones for that kid. Put just a little bit of mushrooms on here. Because mushrooms actually taste like meat, which is really cool. Just a little bit of mozzarella just because it's pizza. And I'm going to eat that Parmesan. And if you don't think this is easy, just try it. At least it'll get your family in the kitchen. You guys are in there having fun. Everybody can eat what they want. And it usually takes it about 10 to 12 minutes. So let me check the one that's in there. Beautiful. It's looking great. We're going to switch this out and put the vegan one here. Now you can put tofu on here, but make sure you fry it first. Because I tried that and it made the tofu really, really soggy. So, this is for the vegan kid. 1 tablespoon is usually about enough sauce, but you can always have sauce on the side for dipping. And this is how I learned how to open a jar. Pops right open. Now this kid, I know she prefers more sauce, so I'm a little more generous with her sauce because all she gets is vegetables, so I'm a little bit more generous with her sauce. Okay. So we're gonna start with some mushrooms on the bottom for her. And I've got another pack in the fridge. I wasn't sure how many I was gonna need. Just really easy to cut up. And I prefer fresh mushrooms over jar mushrooms. All right, gotta give her some more onions. So put that back together. And of course she's gonna get spinach. So just really thin pieces of onion. And you can see they're almost paper thin. A lot of people don't like to bite into vegetables. I found out it's a texture thing. So when that's the case, I try to get them as thin as possible. All right, and I got some more in here. And some peppers in here. And then we'll get her some spinach. I'm not a chef, but I do have some knife skills. Get her some spinach. Those mushrooms are falling off there. I know that cat is not happy, right? That cat is angry. But he's a 17-pound cat. And I'm not fighting with him over the stove. Alright. So let me check that pizza. So there you have it, little pizza rounds. Put the second pan in. This set is almost ready. She's going to get all the cheeses. And sometimes I put a little bit of mild cheddar. I got the mild cheddar sitting there. But this Parmesan goes amazingly with the vegetables, especially the spinach. I can't say that enough. And making spinach, put Parmesan on there. You know, if you just didn't get that hint. You know what? That's not enough to save. I'll just sprinkle it on for her. Bet this wasn't enough to save. And I'm going to do a little mild for her. Just a little bit. Make it look pretty. So you saw what one set looks like. These all go in the recycling bin. Plastic. Mm. Mm. Hot, but good. Mm. Mm. Hot. So, there's your pizza rounds. Use these. Pizza sauce. I'm going to make something else with bacon. So, remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll be back.